some of the fall colors have started to show up in Utah. I love this time of the year, both in the mountains chasing mule deer and when I have time to get out on the flats. So I took my Sage Maverick, my Corton Big Fly, 16 feet of leader, and an unweighted, so no eyes at all, Carp Mall out to really skinny but pretty muddy water in Utah to chase some big carp. And these are all really solid here. This time of year, the light gets low, so I got to get pretty close to them. But one of the things I wanted to key in on this video is the subtleness of the takes on some of these fish. And these are all really big fish, really difficult to see in here. Mostly I was using the clouds to kind of determine where they were at. So you can kind of see the fish to the top here, cast down to the side, so it wasn't right over the top of him. Dropped it just to the right side of him. And that's a key as you watch this video on some of these takes. See the differences in the way I can see that take. That take was very obvious because of the way the carp had to turn so much to eat that. Not all of them are going to be nearly that pronounced, and they're harder to see. But again, every one of these are big fish. I don't think one of them went under 15 pounds, and I broke 20, which is always awesome. Yeah, 20 is pretty rare in my part of the world. But yeah, it was probably about a 15-pounder, nice fish. And all of them were in that 15 and just over 20-pound range. Again, kind of just really cool colors this time of year. Mountains are even prettier, but I love these lowland, flat, marshy areas as well. And I kind of have this all sped up. This is about a 3-minute sequence, actually, trying to sneak in. I could see the cloud. Again, I can't see very well at all because of the low angle of the sun this time of year. But I can see him moving around. You saw the cloud move all the way from the bottom of the screen up to the top of the screen here before I actually get a good shot at the fish here, which I get right there, and then we connect. So again, watch here, this take, right? Now, that was still fairly obvious because he charged it a little bit, but it was much less so. Again, that has to do with where the fly comes down in relationship to the eyes and the head. I really like to get it close to that 90 degree or slightly forward of 90 to where the eye is on the carp's head whenever I can, because it makes it much easier to see that movement and that eat. It also, in most cases, will create a better set angle for you. So you're going to connect with more of the fish. So you're going to see that on some of these. Again, here, I have this whole sequence sped up. I can see this fish coming down from the right up here. What's funny is in the video, there's two here. I only saw this closer one. I never saw the far one. Again, drag and drop there. Really difficult to see. So watch this one here as it comes in. Drops down right there. You can actually see the tail just flick just a little bit. See that? That is the only indication of a take. What that was is a slight tip up of the fish in the water. And the reason that was so difficult to see again is where I brought that fly down on the drop from the drag and drop. It was so close to directly in front that all the carp had to do was tip down slightly. And this is shallow water, so they don't have to move much. So while it worked out that I was able to hook him, it's a difficult spot to put yourself in, and then he actually ends up coming off there. And I think part of that was because of the angle and my inability to know exactly when he set. I mean, I saw the tail come up a little bit, but it's so much harder to see that exactly if you put it right in front of them. Again, that's hard. It's one of those details that can be difficult, but our target should be, as you can see on this one, to the right, to the close side, the near side eye of the carp that we're targeting, so you can get that turn. And then it becomes much clearer when they turn and eat the fly. And again, when you do that, you end up connecting better typically on your set. And it's just way easier to see when it actually happens. So not easy, but it's something that I try to work for. And if you want to increase your success rate with carp and be more confident when you're getting eats, that's a pretty key thing to work on, trying to get that target to the right or the left again of the eye on the near side, so closer to you on the carp. Again, this one I got a couple shots at him, and I actually think he ate once or twice, like tried to eat the fly here as he was kind of moving up and then back down here. And this was kind of desperation mode, right? Like that one was really hard to see. You can watch his mouth right here. It opens right there, right? That's when he ate. And I could see that mouth open, but he ended up getting really close to me. And this one actually goes over 20 pounds. So again, not a great spot to have the fly as far as seeing me eat. It was a little desperate there at the last second because like I said, I'm pretty sure he ate it twice before, which is unbelievable that he just kept coming, but I don't think he ever felt the line. Anyway, ended up getting this one in. This was a fantastic fish. Gave me a little bit of the boat motor effect right there. 36 inches, just a fantastic fish, especially this time of year. Most of my big fish come in the spring, but yeah, fantastic fish for this time of year. So anyway, awesome trip. Caught a handful more that I didn't catch on the drone. Actually caught a couple tailing here in the evening, but the drone just couldn't pick up any of it. Wonderful evening of fishing, including this awesome mirror at the very end. But appreciate you watching, guys. Take care. I'll be back soon with some more content.